Imagine this. You're just sitting at your computer, maybe checking emails or reading the news, and bang, your screen locks up. A big pop-up appears. Maybe it's flashing, making noise, claiming you have a major virus, or worse, you've been hacked. And there's a phone number right there saying you have to call. Now.
That immediate pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you call, the person on the other end sounds professional, right?
Yeah.
They guide you through some steps.
Yeah.
And somehow you end up not just giving them remote access, but maybe even wrapping bundles of cash in a magazine, boxing it up, and shipping it off to a total stranger.
It sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't it?
It really does. But this exact scenario, variations of it, it's happening more and more, especially targeting older adults. It's a huge wave of tech support scams.
And that's why we're here. Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're security experts, and our focus is really on online crime affecting seniors. Today, we want to unpack these scams.
Right.
Give you the tools, the knowledge you need to protect yourself, protect your loved ones, because it's not just about money, it really hits your peace of mind too.
Absolutely. So today, yeah, we're doing that deep dive specifically into tech support call scams. We'll look at how they work, the red flags, the really obvious ones you need to spot, and crucially, what you can actually do. Actionable steps to keep your digital life and your finances safe.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What are these scams, fundamentally?
Good question.
At their core, they're really just tricks. Fraudsters trying to fool you into giving them remote access to your computer or maybe getting your sensitive banking details. By inventing problems, they make up fake computer issues, viruses, hacks, whatever, convincing you that you have a problem and only they can fix it. It's all built on a lie, playing on trust, and definitely fear.
You know, thinking about these scams and others too, there seems to be a pattern, doesn't there? Like common threads.
Oh, absolutely. That's a really important point. While the stories change, the underlying tactics, they're often very similar. We actually use a little acronym sometimes, SCAM. It's like an instant chat.
SCAM.
Yeah. When someone you don't know contacts you, wanting you to act now, look for these things. That's the strong sense of urgency. They push you. You have to do this immediately. They don't want you to think.
Right, rushing you.
See communications you were not expecting. They contacted you out of the blue. You didn't ask them for help.
Unsolicited.
AI action is immediately required. They pressure you to do something right away. Download this, click that, send money. No time to talk to anyone else.
Got it.
And M-money is requested up front, and usually in a really weird way, not a normal payment method.
So SCAM, sense of urgency, unexpected communication, immediate action required, unusual request for money.
Exactly. Spot even one of those, especially from a stranger. Big warning sign.
That vigilance is key, isn't it? Just recognizing that something feels off.
Yeah.
And it often starts with how they first contact you.
Precisely. These scams almost always begin with unsolicited contact. They reach out to you.
Right.
Could be a phone call, someone saying they're from Microsoft or Apple or Norton, you know, a big tech name.
Or maybe even more startling.
That sudden, alarming pop-up window when you're just browsing online, flashing, maybe making noise, big warnings, virus detected, hacked. Call this number N-now-W.
Yeah, those were terrifying.
Or maybe emails, text messages, all giving you a number to call for help.
And this is, I think, really critical for everyone listening to get. Legitimate companies, your Microsofts, your Apples, they do not put up warnings that freeze your browser and demand you call a number.
No, they don't.
And they almost never contact you first about a problem with your device. You usually have to contact them.
That's the standard procedure.
So if they call you or a pop-up tells you to call them, huge red flag, your real antivirus might show a quiet notification, but it won't lock everything up and yell at you to call someone.
Right. That's the scammers preying on that anxiety when tech goes wrong. So once they have your attention, maybe you click the pop-up or answer the call.
Then comes the hook.
They tell you about some fake problem, fraudulent activity on your account, a non-existent virus they found, or maybe they even offer you a refund for some service. Could be real, could be fake.
Trying to build that sense of urgency, maybe even obligation.
Exactly. Make you feel you must engage.
And that's when they reel you in, isn't it? They pressure you to call that number they gave you.
Yes. And once you're on the phone,
They try to get you to download software, something that lets them access your computer remotely.
they might walk you to a suspicious website or have you type strange things into your computer's search box, like Event VWR or CMD in Windows.
And what do those do?
Well, they often just open up normal system logs or command prompts. But the scammer points to routine messages, error codes maybe, and claims that's the evidence of a huge problem.
Misinterpreting normal stuff.
Exactly. Then they'll push you to click allow or run or yes on security prompts, basically tricking you into giving them permission to install their software or take control.
Which leads to a really crucial safeguard.
Never, ever download software just because some stranger who called you told you to, and never let them take remote control of your computer. That's the gateway. Don't open it.
So, okay, they have access, or they've convinced you there's this big problem. What's next? You mentioned a refund trick.
Yes, the accidental refund scam. This one is particularly nasty. So they have remote access. Maybe they promised you a refund for something.
Right.
They pretend to process it, showing you your bank account screen, perhaps. And then, oops, they claim they accidentally typed an extra 0. Or maybe 2 or 3.
So instead of refunding, say, $200.
They make it look like they put in $2,000. Or even $20,000.
Wow. And then?
Panic. But it's their fake panic. They start pleading, oh no, I made a huge mistake. I'll lose my job, my family. They beg you, pressure you, to immediately send back the difference, the overpayment.
But they never actually put the extra money in, did they?
No, it's a complete fabrication. Either they manipulate what you're seeing on the screen using the remote access software, making it look like the money is there, or they initiate a transfer that looks real for a moment, but it's designed to fail or be reversed later by the bank. But in that window, while you think you have their money, they pressure you to send your real money back to them.
That's incredibly manipulative, playing on your empathy.
Absolutely, exploiting your good nature.
And then comes the payment demand itself. Whether it's for the fake fix or this fake overpayment, this is where those really bright red flags pop up, right? The payment methods.
Huge red flags. They'll ask for payment in really unusual ways. Things like gift cards, Apple, Google Play, Target, Amazon, whatever is popular.
Gift cards.
For tech support. Never happens legitimately. If anyone asks you to pay for tech support or repay an overpayment with a gift card, it is 100% a scam. Full stop.
Okay.
Wire transfers. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. Again, methods that are hard to trace and almost impossible to get back.
And you mentioned something even more shocking earlier, cash.
Yes. The FBI has specifically warned about this recently. Scammers instructing victims, often older adults, to withdraw large amounts of cash, wrap it in magazines or aluminum foil, put it in a box, and ship it via FedEx or UPS.
Ship cash. Where?
Often to addresses that seem like normal businesses, maybe a pharmacy, a convenience store, someplace that receives lots of packages. It makes it harder to track who actually picks it up.
That is just astounding. Shipping cash in a box.
It's designed to be untraceable. Once you send cash like that, it's gone. That's why they ask for it. Never, ever do that.
Okay, let's recap then. These warning signs are critical. What are the absolute must-know red flags?
Let's list them out clearly. Be super suspicious if you see any of these. First, unsolicited contact. They called or messaged you first about a problem. Massive red flag.
Got it.
Second, aggressive pop-ups. Those ones that freeze your browser, make noise, demand you call a number. Real warnings don't do that.
Right.
Third, requests for remote access from someone who contacted you unexpectedly. Just say no.
Don't give control.
Fourth, being asked to type strange commands or visit weird websites. Unless you initiated the support call through official channels and know who you're talking to, be very wary. Fifth, that accidental over-refund. Anyone claiming they overpaid you and needs money back urgently, scam every time. Sixth, the big one, demands for payment via gift card, wire transfer, or shipping cash. Legitimate companies use standard billing like credit cards. Never these methods.
Absolutely key.
Seventh, high-pressure tactics or threats. Your computer will be blocked. I'll lose my job. Scammers rush you and scare you.
Don't fall for the pressure.
Eighth, requests for personal information. Passwords, bank details, social security numbers, PNNs, especially if they called you first. Never give those out.
Keep that private.
Ninth, look for typos and misspellings in pop-ups or emails, often a sign of unprofessional scammers.
Good clue.
And finally, 10th, too good to be true offers. If something sounds unbelievably generous or easy, like a huge unexpected refund, it probably isn't real.
Trust your gut if it feels off. Okay, so those are the red flags. If someone encounters one of these situations, a scary pop-up, a suspicious call, what should they absolutely not do?
Right. The do not list is critical here.
Okay.
Do not click any links in the pop-up or message. Don't call any phone numbers they provide. That's engaging with them.
Resist the urge.
Do not grant remote access to your computer ever to someone who contacted you out of the blue.
Protect your machine.
Do not follow their instructions to type commands or visit websites they give you.
Play along.
Do not provide any personal info. No passwords, no bank numbers, no social security number, nothing.
Keep it secure.
And definitely do not make any payments or send any money back, especially not with gift cards, wire transfers, or by shipping cash, no matter how much they plead or threaten.
Okay, so that's what not to do. What should people do? How do they take control back?
Good. What to do? First, if it's a phone call,
Hang up.
hang up immediately. Don't worry about being rude. Just hang up.
Okay. What about a pop-up that won't go away?
Try closing your web browser first. Just click the X. If it's frozen, you might need to force it to close.
How do you do that? Sounds a bit technical.
It can be. On Windows, you can try pressing 3 keys together: Control, Alt, and Delete. Then choose Task Manager, and you can end the browser program from there.
Control Alt Delete. Task Manager.
On a Mac, it's Command, Option, and Escape keys together. That brings up the Force Quit window.
Command Option-esque.
But look, if that sounds confusing or stressful, just shut down your computer, hold the power button down if you have to, or just restart it normally. That will clear the pop-up too. And it's perfectly fine to ask a trusted friend or family member for help with this if you're unsure.
Right. Restarting is always an option.
Yes. And after you restart, it's a good idea to run a full security scan. Use your real antivirus software like Windows Defender, Malwarebytes, Norton, McAfee, whatever you have installed, just to be safe.
Good practice anyway.
Definitely.
And maybe the most important thing. What's the one piece of advice everyone should remember?
It's this. If you are even slightly unsure if something is real or a scam, SOP.
Just pause.
Yes. Before you pay anything, before you send money back, before you click allow or give access, talk to someone, a trusted friend, a family member, or find the official contact number for the company they claim to be. Go to the real Microsoft website, the real Apple website, find their support number there.
Crucially, do not use the number this suspicious person gave you.
Absolutely not. Use the official number you find yourself. That moment of pausing, making that extra call to verify, it can save you so much trouble, so much money, so much stress. Trust your gut, but always verify.
That pause is powerful.
Yeah.
Now, what about reporting? Does it help?
It absolutely does. Even if you didn't fall for it, even if you just hung up or closed the pop-up, reporting helps the authorities track these criminals and warn others.
Okay, so where should people report these scams?
Several places. The Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, has a website, reportfraud.ftc.gov.
Reportfraud.ftc.gov.
Also, the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, known as IC3, their website is www.ic3.gov.
ic3.gov.
And when you report, give as much detail as you can. The name they used, the company they claim to be, any phone numbers, websites, email addresses. If they ask for cash to be shipped, include that address and recipient name if you have it.
More detail helps them connect the dots.
Exactly. You can also report to your state attorney general's office and report it to the actual company being impersonated. Microsoft, Apple, Norton, they all have ways to report scams on their official websites they want to know too.
Okay. And what if someone did unfortunately lose money or gave access? What should they do then?
If that happened, first, don't feel ashamed. These scammers are very convincing, but act quickly. Contact your bank, your credit card company immediately. Report the fraud. They might be able to stop payments or recover funds.
Crucial first step.
And change your important passwords right away. Start with your email password, your online banking password, any other sensitive accounts. Assume the scammers might have gotten access to them if they had remote control.
Okay, good practical steps. So, wrapping this up.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, but
These tech support scams, they really rely on that element of surprise, don't they? Fear, maybe even fake generosity with that refund trick. They want you flustered.
They thrive on panic.
But knowing the signs we talked about, the unsolicited contact, the weird payment methods, the high pressure, and just refusing to be rushed.
Yeah.
That's your defense. Verifying things independently, talking to someone you trust before you act, that significantly cuts your risk.
It really does. Being informed, staying vigilant, that's your power here.
So stay safe out there.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought to leave people with. Technology changes constantly, right? And the scammers' tricks, they evolve too.
That's true.
So the best defense isn't just knowing today's scams, it's staying curious, staying connected. Think of your digital safety like an ongoing conversation, not some secret you keep to yourself. Talk about it with family, with friends. Share what you learn. Keep learning yourself. That open communication, that awareness, that's how we protect ourselves and the people we care about in this ever-changing landscape. Your vigilance really does make a difference.